Hi, it's Professor Monty, and let's look at function notation in equations. So remember, typically y equals f of x, so y is going to be the function value. X is the input that we're going to put into the function, and y is going to be the output or the function value. Always remember when they talk about the function value, they're always talking about the y output. Okay, so it's the y value is the function value. Okay. In other words, to find these, we're just going to plug in x to find y. So here's my first function. Let f of x be defined as the function 2x plus 4. So my input, whatever I have as my input x, I'm going to multiply by 2 and add 4. So if they say find 0, I just put 0 in for the x. So it becomes 2 times 0 plus 4, or just 0 plus 4, 4. So f of 0 is equal to 4. Simple as that. Let's try some more. For f of 2, I do the same thing as I did with the 0. I put the 2 in where the variable, where the x in this case was. So I have 2 times 2 plus 4, 4 plus 4. So this time I get 8 as my function value, my output. F of 2 is equal to 8. Now this one's a little bit tricky and it confuses students a lot and they do it wrong. I want to help you out, make sure you do it right. Be careful. F of x plus 1. It doesn't just mean f of x and then add 1 at the end. That wouldn't, the x plus 1 is in parentheses, just like the 0, just like the 2. X plus 1 is my input. So I'm going to take x plus 1. Remember up here I plugged 0 in, I plugged 2 in. Now I'm going to plug 0, x plus 1 in where that x is. So this becomes 2x plus 1 and then plus 4. So just like 2 times 0, 2 times 2, 2 times x plus 1. Now I'm going to work that out. So I multiply that out, 2x plus 2, then we have the plus 4 on the outside. The 2 and the 4 gives me a 6, 2x plus 6. That's my output. I started with the input x plus 1, I end with the output 2x plus 6. Oftentimes when you start with a variable as your input, you're going to end with a variable as your output. Don't try to solve this. Don't set that equal to 0 and solve or anything crazy like that. That's your output. You're done. F of x plus 1 is equal to 2x plus 6. It's a new function. All right, so that's the idea. Here's another one just to show you a couple other things. So this time we say let g of x equal x plus 3 over 1 minus x. And notice I used a different letter. Oftentimes they'll use f for the function value, but you can use any letter, lowercase, capital, it doesn't really matter. This one's just defined a little bit differently. The other thing is I have the variable in 2 different places. So when they give me, say, f of 0, I just plug 0 in for each of the x values. So that's going to be 0 plus 3 over 1 minus 0, or just 3 over 1, my output is 3. Easy as that. I plug 0 in now to 2 different places. F of negative 4, I work that out the same way. Negative 4 plus 3 over 1 minus negative 4. Well, negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. 1 minus negative 4, remember minus negative 4 is plus 4, 1 plus 4 is 5. That can't be simplified, that's my output. And then again, I put another variable in here. So if they say what's g of b, I put b in wherever the given variable, this time x, was. So it's just going to be b plus 3 over 1 minus b. Again, I don't do anything with that, that's just my answer. G of b is this new formula, b plus 3 over 1 minus b. All right, that's the idea. Hopefully that helps you out. Again, if you like my videos, please hit subscribe, and I'll do more videos, and I'll talk to you again soon.